Hey there, welcome back to Loosely Related. As always, I'm your host, Jackson Weddle, and this week, for our last episode of the semester, we have with us Matt Tritten. Matt, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jackson. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Let's get started. So Matt, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Northwest?
Yeah, so I grew up in Union Star, came to Northwest Missouri State, graduated from here in 2011, went off, worked in TV for 5-6 years, then ended up back at Northwest Missouri State, work over at KXEV, KRNW, NPR affiliate here on campus. We're also the flagship station for the Bearcat Radio Network. And with that, I get to do some color commentary for Northwest Missouri State football and men's basketball. John Coffey is the voice of the Bearcats. Then I got to do play-by-play with Bearcat women's basketball as well. We've also dove into some Maryville sports too. So a lot of stuff right around that radio facility here at Northwest.
Well, that sounds great. We're very happy to have you here on the show. Now, I know this isn't your first time on KNWT. If I remember right, you were actually a producer here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when I arrived here in 2007, I went through Broad Op with Matt Rao my second semester. I dove right in. I was on a show called Villas, which was like Maryville's version of Cribs. And then from that point on, I had probably a couple years of producing Bearcat Update here at KNWT, hosted it for a couple years as well. So, for as much as things change, they also stay the same. It's kind of like going back in time to be back here sitting with yourself, Jackson.
It's me. I'm just a younger Matt.
Let's hope not, for your sake.
Now, I know you call some different sports. Do you have like a favorite or one that you think is the most fun?
That's a loaded question, because as soon as you say one sport, then the next season rolls around and you kind of get immersed within it and you get pretty excited about it, and it's a lot of fun. So, once we hit the fall and we dive into football, you kind of you get so swept up in everything. We've got obviously a great football program here at Northwest Missouri State, so the Bearcats are so much fun to cover. Then as we kind of come out of that, you get deep into basketball season and you get some great non-conference games early. We've got such a great MIAA slate as well, and we've seen some really great men's basketball games. The women's team has made such great strides. So you kind of go through that, March hits, and you get that March Madness, and so then that kind of goes away, and those are the two primary ones that we're doing play-by-play. Also a big baseball fan too. We dive into that, and it's kind of like you kind of get that fever too of, man, spring's finally here. So I hate to avoid your question, but really it's just kind of whatever season rolls into.
Whichever one's happening right now.
That's exactly right.
Gotcha. Well, I think today I'm kind of wanting to try it a little bit myself. Do you have any little crash course tips for me on commentating?
If you're doing a ball game, you know what John Coffey will tell you. He's the legend. He's been doing this at Northwest for almost 4 decades. He'll say location, location, location. If you're doing stuff on the radio, people can't see it. You want to let them know where the ball's at on the floor, where the ball's at on the field if you're doing football. So location's important. Keeping the time and the score, every 30 seconds to a minute, because you don't know when someone's tuning in or tuning out, that sort of thing. So keep that score and the time always updated. And then at the same time, we're on Loosely Related, but you want to be loose and kind of have fun with it. And so, you want to have a good broadcast that's very solid, but at times cracking a joke here or there, having some fun and just enjoying yourself, because at the end of the day, you're watching a ball game.
Well, I know that we got some fun sports to commentate on later, but for a little bit of practice, I think we've got some videos that are just daily tasks that we're going to try commentating first.
All right, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
In Raleigh Whittington's kitchen here at KNWT Arenas, we've got some peanut butter and jelly waffles going on here this evening. And just look at the contemplation as we've got the cooking going on here, Jackson. This is a pretty impressive concentration, that the contemplation going on.
Yeah, Matt, you're right. He just has that patience. He waits for it. He's experienced here. He's got 4 years of experience in the kitchen, and he really goes for it. All these sauces back in the fridge, he knows what he wants.
Questionable move there. Pulled out, was that a soy sauce, had a syrup, but ultimately going with the preserves. Do you go preserves and peanut butter on the waffle?
It depends on the day-to-day, but sometimes I do. Oh, let's see that back again. That's quite a glob of peanut butter.
That's fantastic form. You want to have enough protein, something that's going to fill you up throughout the day, and this guy knows what he wants.
He knows his way around. He knows exactly what he's looking for, yeah.
That is definitely a college man's waffle sandwich.
Let's see the ratio to jelly now. Some people do too little, some people do too much. It looks like he's going for just the right amount. Oh, wow.
Personal preference, I'm putting way more jelly on that waffle right there. I want it to be at least half as much as the peanut butter has.
Well, I think the thing you gotta think about, and he's definitely thinking about, he's a pro here. It's got the little inlets of the waffle that it just fills in.
Smart, big bite. That's gonna be pretty messy, but it looks pretty sharp.
Definitely, I'd give that a 10. Got a guy waking. Oh, he's late. Oh, late for something. We ain't gonna find out what. Oh.
Not a good start. Lost 27 points in the last round, and now here he is. Just you see the slow-mo replay there. You got to know that that's going to fall off. It's your dresser drawer, right?
Yeah, you've lived with it for at least a couple years now. It was a good luck not. Oh, and he does it again, twice in a row.
Leave the drawer open at this point.
At that point, yeah. What are you going back for?
All right, we saw 2 pairs of jeans come out already. Going back in again here. I'm going to put that knob back on. All right. Are we packing, or was this the plan, or is a trip on the way?
It looks like he's counting something. It might be packing. He doesn't really look like he has a suitcase, though. Red shirt. Let's see what he goes with next.
Looking through those pants. Trying to get the right shade of denim blue.
Nice gradient there. The darker, okay, goes with the lightest grady of jean.
It's a good-looking outfit. That's a strong...
Walking out the door now?
Strong form.
On the couch. This is unbelievable.
You know, we saw so much urgency there, then he ends up just on the couch after pulling out so many pairs of pants and waking up abruptly. Could not imagine what's on TV that he's getting dressed for.
Yeah, when you putting jeans on to go and watch TV, it's unheard of. Well, Matt, that was great. I think I got some good practice in there, good practice, commentating. I think I'm ready for the real deal now.
I think so.
Once we get back, we're going to start commentating a real live sporting event.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
Welcome back to Loosely Related Stadium. Today we've got a great game for you. 2 different teams racing to see who will reach the goal line first. No idea what's going to happen here. 2 major teams, big rivalry here.
Well, Jackson, that's why they say this is America's pastime. Looking forward to see red and white battle once again.
All right, let's head down to the field, see what's going on. And they're off.
A great start for red across the 40-yard line already.
Only the 5th. Oh, he's making a sprint, fell over.
Number 16, a good block.
Oh, tripped at the goal line. Down to the 30. We see a group of, the white team together at the 40 goal line.
Number 25 moonwalking across the 40. He's got a wide open lane to the end zone. And he's going to turn back the other way. It's a pretty simple concept. These guys just can't quite get it figured out.
Looks like he's moonwalking in a circle now. I think he'll get style points for that.
Inside the red zone, he's got a chance across the
10,
5.
Oh, and it's a goal for Team Red.
Well, that was a very dramatic finish there, Team Red. That was
exhilarating.
Hand it to Team White, some great blocking across the way.
Score currently 1-0. We'll see what happens in the next game. Stay right with us.
After one round, the red team up by 1. We'll see what the white team has in store coming out in the flying V formation for the Mighty Ducks. Jackson?
Red team we can see here in a formation I can only consider the brick. I think they'll do well with that. We'll see how it plays out against the flying V.
Got to throw the brick through that white window.
White team out for vengeance here.
And look at red taking off.
A couple of red players going all the way across the 50, all the way to the opposing 40. One guy at the 30, the 20, the 10. He's making a break for it. Gets stopped short.
Oh,
White playing
the far
great
side.
defense here.
We have the white into the end zone.
Into the end zone. The sneaky play down the sideline.
Red had 2 right at the goal line, but it was Wyatt able to break through to tie this one up.
I think if it hadn't been for that white defense there, both of those red players could have easily just waltzed right in there.
Well, I don't know if we have an instant replay of this, but the V formation, they took up off that far sideline. Some blockers there for White kind of cleared the path for them to get into the end zone and knock this thing up.
And I think the brick formation at the beginning for Red was very scary. We had 3 or 4 players right out of the gate going straight down the center of the field.
it's one of those things you have to keep your eye on the prize and really not get distracted by anything shiny on the sideline. They just kind of took a beeline and went the opposite direction where they had an easy path into the end zone.
Yeah, keep your eye on the ball, some might say. Figuratively, of course, there's no ball here. All tied up here after 2 rounds, 1-1. What do you think is going to happen here in this 3rd round, Matt?
Boy, a thrilling matchup. Someone's going to have a wide open lane to the end zone and probably turn back and run the wrong direction.
It does seem to happen to the best of us. Let's get into this. Strong start from Red again. Look at him just sprinting down the field.
Across the 40. White has an
going for
open lane if they want it.
Look, and to the 20, the 10. 3 Red players at the 10 to the 5. Oh, and they're through. That is a goal, Matt, if I ever saw one myself.
Red going on top, 2-1. Red back in front, up 2-1 in this best of 5 here from loosely related stadium. Let's get number 4 underway here. And already off and running, Red.
Nobody's seeming to put anything together here except for 1 Red player, just trying to kind of make a beeline. White coming in with the defense, maybe. Oh, they're too slow. Oh, it's a good block from White at the 10.
Man, number 33 was going into the end zone, just got diverted to the sideline. White, though, far sideline toward the goal line.
That's a cross. Pylon Cam shows us that's in just barely.
And you know what? What more would you expect? A best of 5 series, White tying this thing up, forcing a decisive Game 5.
Listen, we've had a great set of matches here, 2-2, White, Red, just throwing it down, really holding out, I mean,
this has just been a brawl between 2 really physically gifted teams.
Definitely. Let's see what we have here in this last match. Red once again making that beeline just straight for the end zone.
One guy falls down, one's still going though across the 20-yard line.
Oh, to the 10. It's going to stop slow, and that's it. Over as soon as it started. Red just, absolutely wiping the floor. Looks like we got a little glitch on our scoreboard, though.
Yeah, but it says White won. I think we're going to have to take a look at that. The officials might have scored that one incorrectly. As a member of the Red team, still looks like he's doing maybe some sort of dance at the 50-yard line after the victory.
Well, that was a great wrap-up to these 5 matches here. Red just, absolute powerhouse of a team. Great coach, just great overall season. I feel bad for White. They put together good games, good guys out there.
Especially a controversial ending like that. It's a pretty crazy matchup there, 3-2 in favor of Red. But, in a game like this that we've never seen before, I'd expect nothing less.
Definitely. I think it could have gone either way that last match.
It really could have.
Well, Matt, thank you for being on the show today. It's been a lot of fun commentating wacky videos and, slightly real sports events.
Hey, I appreciate letting me come on and, from watching a waffle get some peanut butter and jelly on it to a guy getting dressed for the day and now to this, whatever this game was. It's been a lot of fun to be back.
Yes, well, thank you for being our last guest here of the season on this season of Loosely Related. And thank all of you for watching. Don't worry, there is one more episode. Make sure to tune in next week to see highlights of this season of Loosely Related. And don't worry, we'll be back for more.